What's going on, guys? JayeDeBlackLive here. Salute to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about a story that broke today, I believe. I think it was today, because this happened on the early Sunday morning, so it might have been yesterday. Okay, there's a influencer by the name of Dreamdoll Bree. She was leaving a party at an Airbnb with a couple of other guys, and they were followed, and the Lamborghini Urus that they were driving in was shot up. Now, she ultimately lost her life, and there were two other males in the car. I believe they may have survived currently as of me recording this video. Now, apparently there may have been an altercation there. Now, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe her boyfriend was in the car with her. Y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. But this is sad because this is a 21-year-old, right? 21-year-old girl, whole life ahead of her. This is a classic example. You need to watch the company that you keep. Being at these parties, these get-togethers, hanging around the wrong people will get you caught up every single time, right? And being out in these streets, especially out there in the Miami area, Florida. Apparently this was a 4th of July get together. Nothing good ever happens 5-something in the morning, right? And these girls, they like hanging around these dysfunctional males. They get some kick out of it, but these guys are dangerous because if they have enemies and they run into those enemies, things can happen and things can spiral fast, right? Now, before I get into this particular topic, we're going to get into this news report real quick so y'all can get
inside the car. All three had been shot.
The woman who died, 21-year-old Brianna Johnson, who goes by the name Dreamdoll Bree. The devastating chain of events all unfolded around 5:30 Sunday morning on Sunshine Boulevard. The sound of those piercing bullets waking up neighbors.
Her mother did, actually. She said she thought it was fireworks at first, but then something just felt a little bit off.
Earlier in the night, family members say the three victims had attended a large party at a nearby home. Later, they made...
Look at all these people throwing money out there. Nothing good happens when you have a bunch of these young people getting together in these situations and money's being thrown about. I believe there's real money. Nothing good ever happens, right? It has music there, so I don't want to put it. But look at this. Look at this. And I bet you a lot of them don't even live on their own, and they're just throwing money about.
At a Shell gas station where a fight broke out. Detectives believe the car was then targeted and followed.
This is no
fight broke. They made three victims had attended a large party at a nearby home. Later, they made a stop at a Shell gas station where a fight broke out. Detectives believe the car was then targeted and followed.
This is no way to wake up on a Sunday.
Now let's go back real quick. If you look at this, that's the Lamborghini Urus right there. Y'all see the car right there? That looks like that could be Bree, because Bree is small. She's a small female. That could be her there, right? So maybe it was, the girls getting into it. So she could have been targeted. Oh, let's go back.
They made a stop at a Shell gas station where a fight broke out. Detectives believe the car...
All right, let's go to this video here.
Following a developing story out of Miramar, we just learned a woman who was involved in a shooting inside a Lamborghini early yesterday morning has died. 2 men who were also shot remain in the hospital. CBS News Miami's Bree Buckley is your reporter live in Miramar. And Bree, you just got new surveillance video.
I did not, Jen. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, I do want to confirm that a family member tells us the woman who died, that 21-year-old, is a local influencer that goes by the name Dreamdoll Bree. We got that surveillance video that shows the moment when the car that she's believed to be in crashed into this home here in Miramar. So let's get 21-year-old Brianna Johnson died, and 2 men were taken to the hospital after being shot. We're told they were taken in critical condition, but right now no word on their condition at this hour. We've asked police, and we are waiting to hear back. Now, investigators say Jaye, 3 people driving in a green Lamborghini near the 2700 block of Sunshine Boulevard around 5:30 in the morning Sunday were followed by another car and shot at. Neighbors say they thought the barrage of gunfire was fireworks. Take a listen.
That is a little like nerve-wracking for no reason, really. There's no reason for that type of behavior on 4th of July when we're all trying to come together for something as big as 250 years of freedom. So why do stuff like that?
That is a good question, and that is the problem. I think when you have a mixture of social media, you have these Gen Zers, you know, young people, because I believe a lot of those people are in their probably late teens, early 20s, and they're out here trying to live their life for social media. So they're out here throwing these parties, and then you're gonna have issues, right? These young people really are growing up with zero guidance. If you thought that the 90s babies grew up with no guidance, these 2000s kids have grown up with no real responsibilities. They all want to be influencers. They all want to be TikTokers. They don't really want to work and really be in part of the real world. They want to be a part of the social media world, and their temperament is to the point to where they get into an issue, and to solve it, they go to try to shoot up a car. Now, maybe the person who did it didn't think anybody would lose their life. They thought they would spray into it and scare. But I mean, when you take a weapon, I'm pretty sure the weapon probably had a switch. So it was, and from what I understand, the car was riddled with bullets. So riddled with bullet holes, excuse me. So when you use those type of weapons, people gonna lose their life, especially shooting into a car, right? All over an argument or a fight. You get in your car and you basically chase this car down this residential area. And by the way, when the people get caught who did it, they're going to do a lot of time, because when you shoot somebody in a residential area, not like a situation where it's, you know, at a stoplight, right? When you're shooting up a car in a residential area, they take that extremely personally, and they're going to make sure that everybody involved is going to do a lot of time.
So this hour, police say this investigation is still active. No word on any arrests, though they are still looking for that white BMW. We'll stick out here and we'll bring you the latest coming up in our evening newscast starting at 5.
So that's that, but let's get into this TMZ story. Influencer Dreamdoll Bree, real name Brianna Johnson, has died after being struck as she was leaving a party in Florida, TMZ has learned. Police say the victims were driving a fluorescent green Lamborghini SUV around 5:30 a.m. Sunday when shots rang out, according to the Miramar Police Department. The SUV traveled about a block before crashing. Cops say the vehicle reached the intersection. A white sedan pulled up alongside the driver's side and opened fire, striking 3 occupants. Police rushed to the scene after receiving a shot spotter alert and found the Lamborghini had hit a stop sign. All 3 people were rushed to a nearby hospitals in critical condition. Police later confirmed the female victim, Brianna, died from her injuries. Miramar Police Chief Delrish Moss said detectives are still trying to determine whether the Lamborghini was followed into the neighborhood by the shooter. It was. They were followed. They were absolutely followed. Certainly, they targeted this particular car for some reason, said Moss. We're trying to figure out why. Investigators currently have only limited information about the suspect. It seems they have some profile of the shooter, but they haven't been able to ID him/her. Brianna had built a large following on social media, where she was best known for her viral track Bend Over, which became a popular TikTok sound. She had more than 370,000 followers on TikTok and another 85,000 on Instagram. She was only 21 years old. Young girl, not even fully into adulthood. And this happens. Again, you need to watch the company that you keep. Let's say that Brianna, because we're going to learn more information. I'm calling her Brianna, not no Dreamdoll Bree. Brianna Johnson, okay? only two things happened here. Either she got into it with somebody or the people she was with got into it. Right? And I'm pretty sure the people that she got into it with watched her get into that car. So they knew what side of the car she was on. And the fact that she lost her life means that her side of the car where she was at was targeted. So either she got into it with somebody or the guys that she was with did. I would not be shocked at all if we find out that she was the ultimate target, because we understand that women hate each other. Women have jealousy. She is, she's considered a big time TikToker in that area. Now listen, in that area of Miramar, she's considered a big deal on TikTok. So there's jealousy there. And again, nothing good happens 5:30 in the morning. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But watch the company that you keep. Don't let people hype you up to get in situations that you really can't control. And this is happening all too much. When you hear about drive-bys, you hear about mostly men being the targets of that. But you're seeing a rise in drive-bys of women being targeted. This reminds me of the case in New York. There was a female influencer who was targeted in a drive-by. I believe she was on a highway or she was going to meet somebody, and somebody drove up and took her life. Right? There was a situation in Atlanta where there was a female rapper who was targeted in a hit. Right? She was sitting in the car and someone took her life. Women are no longer off limits, and I hope they understand this. You're just as much of a target as the men that you are around. So you have to make sure that you take the best care of yourself to stay out of these situations, because they're going to see you as fair game. They really are. And they're not going to care that you're a woman. That's not going to matter to them. So let me know in the comment section below. Let me thoughts, like the video, share it. Follow me on all my social media platforms, and I'll see y'all next one.